Let me know who you think is winning this particular game. Now, getting into it, the very first move for white is to think about the fact, obviously, that his king is in check and is currently in jeopardy, but it's not a very strong attack. I suspect the queen was probably taking something essential, specifically from the c-square. So white just takes back, and black, in response to this, now needs to think about white's progression on either side. But before it gets into that, it can actually deal with the fact that its own pawns can't progress very well either. So it takes that pawn on c5, removing it from play, and when the bishop does move later, progression opens up for these pawns. So now what should white do next? Again, it comes down to these options on the side. In this particular case, the top chess engine move is to take your king onto a4, and it's with that idea potentially of taking this pawn and then getting your pawns up the left side. But black does recognise that this pawn is under threat, so it brings its own rook back to back rank. It's effectively covering every square, like preventing any sort of promotion from happening, but it's also got this idea that should black take that pawn, the rook can come back around and then effectively bully the king out of the left side anyway, and these pawns will then fall. So this actually traps white's king. The white king can't take that pawn, that would be a mistake. So instead now it has to think about the right side. So it pushes its pawn 1, and that's the last move for white. As for black, it really needs to start thinking about the progression on the center. There's not really, like, you could bring this rook into the left, but it's not going to add anything more that it's not already achieving right now. So you want to think about these pawns. That bishop is in the way, so in one swoop you can get the bishop out of play. You can also protect against more development on the right side from white. So let me know who you think's winning, and that's how you complete February the 28th. I'll catch you in the next one.